Quick and easy concepts for natural cordage coming up. Well, welcome to my office. Check out this bush behind me. It has all these new shoots growing up, not too many knots off the side of them, so it's going to be easier to pull our little piece of bark off right here. There's also the older portion of the plant where it's easy to pull the bark off as well in chunks. This particular bush is called Mallow Ninebark and it works great for natural cordage, and it's actually the cordage I used for my natural cordage bow drill video that I made before. So to get this off, let's get in close so you can see. What I find that works the best with this is to start at the bottom, grab around the whole base, and then pull up, and it separates around away from the knots. Goes all the way up. Nice long piece. You can get it on both sides. Start at another one. The concept is the same for cordage for a lot of different items. Try and find inner bark. You can do this with the same concept with plant fibers and nettle. You just need to break the nodes, the sections like bamboo along the length of the plant. It works better if you break it with a stick, crack the nodes with a stick in each spot, and then the cordage will separate more easily. This is nice where it takes minimal processing when you find inner bark or you find different types of material that's just ready to go. But when you're processing plant material, you have to remove the pithy insides of the plant material itself. So you have to remove the pithy insides, which takes just a little bit of processing, but you can get great cordage from stinging nettle, inner bark of many different trees such as aspen, cottonwood, cedar, to name a couple. Just in that amount of time, got this much cordage right here, and we can splice it in, we can twist it into whatever length that we want. Here's an example of inner bark. This is a cedar tree. You can grab the inside of the bark right here, and a lot of times it's a lot more fibrous when it's dried out. This one's just a little bit old, so it wants to break a little easier. But you can take a lot of the inside fibers, and you can see how fibrous this is right here. And sometimes you can get these in big long sheets. This isn't my only option right here, so I'm gonna go to another piece. Check that out, see if that's any better. Just recently rained, so everything's real wet and brittle. Another spot to make cordage. Grasses. This would be easy to make some cordage out of. Won't be as strong as the stuff that we used. So that's the other considerations when you're using grasses and other different things. Here's another cedar tree that's dead. It doesn't have to be dead to get to the inner bark. Let's look on the underside where it's going to be drier. And if you can pull it off in big long sheets, and then process it this way. It can be a good tinder, if anything. You can save it, dry it out. A lot of it is pretty dry already. Pull it in different sections. This particular instance takes a little bit longer to process than other things. This is another option for you. Look to see what works. Just with that piece, nice long cordage. Doesn't get much easier than that. To begin your cordage, grab a bundle of it, some short, some long, twist the end of it up, and then just see how thick that it's going to be. So twist it up nice and tight, and that's going to be the approximate thickness of your cordage. You can either start by tying a knot in the end, or you can twist it until it folds back on itself, just like so. And then you can start a 2-strand twist from there. But you want to start more in the middle so you have more splicing material, which we'll go over in just a minute. The cordage I made for the bow drill video was a 3-strand braid. You just start with an overhand knot. Make your 3 strands and then just start braiding it. It helps to make a little twist in it. It makes it stronger. And just keep twisting every single time. And it's a real quick, easy way to make some cordage. Try and keep everything neat and even. If it's real long, as you twist one over, you need to pull it out so it doesn't tangle up. Then when you get to a spot where your cordage starts to thin out, grab another one or two, and then splice it in. So it's about the same thickness. That's all you need to do, is just put another one in each time. Now your cordage is only as strong as your weakest link, so keep up with putting in different strands here and there and try and keep everything nice and even. And it's a constant process of adding in more material, but it's simple to splice in. In just a few minutes, I have a 3-strand braid, real strong. Good to go. Now if you want to finish it right here, just like where you started, you can tie an overhand knot right in the end. And there's your piece of cord. To start with a 2-strand twist, twist each one in different directions until it gets real tight. And then once you get it tight enough, it's going to twist over and make a little loop. That's going to be the start of it. Then you're just going to twist one way, twist the same way, and then hold it, and it's going to fold back on itself in the opposite direction. So I'm twisting forward, I'm pinching it to keep it tight, and then back on itself. Once you get the hang of it, it can go real quick. And again with these, keep these nice and even as well, and you're going to splice in the same amount of material to keep everything consistent. Then you'll come up with a system to hold it each time and bring it around. And again, to splice the material, grab as much as you need to keep everything nice and even. Put that on there. Twist it all together. Bring it back around. Keep pinching it. Keep pinching it right here so it doesn't unravel on you. There's another way that you can do it. Now, a quicker way to twist your cordage together is you can roll one down your leg, or you can roll them both at the same time down your leg. So you roll them both, and then it's going to twist together on its own. And you can get 2 or 3 twists that way. It can be easier without pants on. It's going to be grabbing easier, so it'll be easier to roll. Now if you have long leg hairs, it's better to roll this way rather than this way, because the grain of your hair is going down your leg, so you get less chance of it catching in your hair. Real strong. Doesn't have to be very thick. It's going to be stronger than you think. With how small it is, it's going to be plenty strong for a lot of different applications. Remember, survival is improvising. You can survive anywhere in the world with what you have on you, with just a little thought. When you couple that with a positive mental attitude, you'll be able to make it through any scenario.